Hello and welcome. Today we're tackling a really tough question. What's the best way to care for our parents when they get sick? Now, for most of us, the answer seems obvious. You've got to be by their side. But what if the greatest act of love isn't about being present at all, but about pursuing your own path? In this explainer, we're going to explore a perspective that might just challenge everything you thought you knew about filial piety.
So just think about this for a second. When you hear that question, what's your gut reaction? It's probably to drop everything, right? Rush to their bedside. It's all about that hands-on care, about being physically there for them. But what if that instinct, that deeply ingrained feeling, isn't telling the whole story? What if the most powerful, most helpful thing you can do for them has absolutely nothing to do with their bedside at all?
And this slide really lays out the two sides of the coin. On one hand, you've got traditional piety, direct, self-sacrificing care, and on the other, a totally different approach, the idea that true devotion is actually about fulfilling your own purpose out in the world. I know, it sounds pretty counterintuitive, so let's dig in by starting with that familiar struggle.
Okay, so first up, let's just acknowledge the pressure, right? The struggles so many of us feel. It's a really personal dilemma that can feel like it's pitting our own life and ambitions against what we believe is our fundamental duty to our parents.
This idea, man, it runs deep. The belief that a good son or daughter puts their career, their dreams, pretty much their entire life on pause to become a full-time caregiver. It's so often framed as the ultimate sign of love and respect. But the source material we're looking at today asks us to seriously question the whole foundation of that sacrifice.
All right, and this is where the whole argument takes a really sharp turn. The source we're examining suggests something pretty radical, that this traditional approach isn't just maybe not the best way, but that it could actually be the source of the very problem it's trying to solve.
Whoa, just take a second and let that one sink in. The core idea here is that a child's wrong actions, or maybe an unfulfilled path in their own life, can physically show up as their parent's illness. It's a pretty startling concept that completely flips the script on cause and effect. It's saying the responsibility is on the child, but in a way we've probably never even considered.
Now, here's a crucial point. This isn't about punishment. It's not about blame. According to this perspective, the illness is actually a form of communication. It's a signal, a kind of alert from what the source calls the law of nature. And it's meant to tell the child, hey, you've strayed from your path. The illness actually has a purpose, to get your attention.
So if the illness is a signal, what in the world is it trying to tell us? This is where we get into the nuts and bolts of this law of nature and how it supposedly creates this direct link between your life choices and your parents' physical health. This question really gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's asking us to look past the usual biological causes and think about something else entirely. Could your job, your ethics, the very way you're living your life, could that be the real reason for your parents' health problems?
So here's the formal definition from our source. The idea is that there's this kind of fundamental balance in the universe. When a child is living correctly, using their talents and contributing to society in a good way, their parents stay healthy. But when they go off track, that cosmic balance gets disturbed, and their parents' health is the first thing to show that imbalance.
And the source uses this brilliant analogy to make it clear. Imagine a politician who starts out great, really serving the people, and hey, their parents are healthy and thriving. But then, that politician becomes corrupt. They start using their power for selfish reasons, and all of a sudden, their parents get terribly sick. According to this theory, that's not a coincidence. It's a mechanism. It's nature's way of calling that person home, forcing them to stop the damage they're doing.
Okay, so this all leads us to a complete reevaluation of what filial piety even is. If sacrificing your life to be a caregiver is the wrong way to go, then what's the right way? What does true piety actually look like in this new framework? The source material doesn't pull any punches here. I mean, it's pretty blunt. It argues that the very thing we might see as the ultimate act of devotion, years and years of bedside care, is actually like driving a nail into your parents' hearts. It's not a comfort to them. It's a source of deep, unending pain. And why is it so painful for them? Well, think about it. Parents raise their kids hoping they'll go out into the world and do great things, to live up to their potential. So to see that child give up everything, to watch their potential just wither away at their bedside, that's a constant, heartbreaking reminder of a life that's not being lived. It's the exact opposite of everything they ever wanted for them.
So here it is, the new definition. The greatest act of love, the truest form of filial piety, is to become the absolute best version of yourself. It's about finding your calling, doing it well, and earning the respect of the people around you. Your success, your righteous living, that's what truly honors them. And according to this theory, That's what actually keeps them healthy.
All right, let's tie this all together. How does your personal journey directly translate into your parents' well-being? Let's walk through that cause and effect just one more time.
It's a really clear chain of events, you see? Everyone has a purpose, a set of talents. When a gifted person who could be doing amazing things is instead spending all their time on tasks they aren't meant for, they're deviating from their path. Nature sees this deviation, this waste of potential, and it sends that signal we talked about, in the form of parental illness. So the solution isn't to just keep doing the chores, but to get back on track and pursue your real calling.
And this is the most profound claim of all, that by simply correcting your own life's course, by lining up with your purpose and living a good life, you can actually trigger what seems like a miraculous recovery in your parents' health. The healing process literally starts with you.
So the ultimate takeaway is this: chasing your dreams isn't selfish. It's not an act of abandonment. In this view, it is the most selfless, the most powerful, and the most healing gift you could ever give your parents. It is the truest medicine.
And that's the thought we'll leave you with. It's a challenging idea for sure. It completely reframes our understanding of duty, of love, and of family. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the best way to care for the people you love is to first become the person you were always meant to be.